G'day everybody, welcome back to the Ashlands and our playthrough of Valheim. Look at this beauty of a weapon. My goodness, I would say that this is definitely the highlight of the previous episode, getting ourselves the Storm Ripper. And I'm hoping this is going to do quite a bit of work against all of those Valkyries that we see about. But aside from that though, I mean, we had a very successful fort assault in the previous episode, and towards the very end of it, we managed to find yet another one right nearby. I mean, we aren't really set up super close, but I reckon we're close enough, right? Where is it? There it is. Okay, yeah. Why are we shaking? Oh, maybe because we're sandwiched between these rocks. Just taking a look around to see how we're going to actually get to this fort. Okay, so my initial thought of where the fort is located is actually incorrect. So it's actually across the lava. That's a problem. Anyway, let's get back to our portal. And we're gonna have to pick it up, obviously, and move. It is a little dark, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but I am still feeling relatively safe. Thanks to our upgraded weapons, and we are at level... Oh god. That's not what I wanted to do. We are at level 2 for Needhog the Thundering as well, which is really, really good. Hopefully should melt some of these enemies a little quicker. But I'm sort of trying to tell myself not to get too overconfident, because overconfidence is probably going to get me killed. I need to figure out how we're going to cross the lava. Okay, interesting location for flame metal there. We do have spawners everywhere. Not a fan. Maybe we can get around if we go this way. So yeah, let's just have a look around a little bit. Yeah, definitely looks crossable here. I just don't want to attract too many enemies all at once. Alright, I've got too much stuff on me as well. It's a little bit annoying. Okay, these vultures could be a problem. What I'll do is I'll actually set up right here. And yeah, that way if we need to duck out, we can. That should let us pick up some more stuff as well. Right, Scorching Sun is back out. I reckon we can just, like, get close to these guys. Maybe deal with the spawner, actually. That should be the priority. Good times. Right. Yeah, looking for all of that vulture meat as well. Ooh, and we do have the eggs. Anything I don't need here? I don't know about the Morgan trophy, to be fair. Maybe I can get rid of some Grouston there. Don't exactly need Grouston constantly. And there should be a few more eggs in here, although... do I really need all of them? Maybe not. Yeah, I won't worry about more. And in the meantime, I think I'll just head home and I'll drop stuff off and then we'll continue on. I think we should be able to circle around to the fort. Oh yes, I want more of this stuff as well. We should be able to grab it on our way back out here. So, yeah, let's do that. Now, aside from trying to get more Iolite and perhaps maybe upgrading the Storm Ripper to the next level, I'm thinking of experimenting with a few different types of weapons as well. Some people have been banging on about the new axes that are available in the Ashlands update, and I am curious, so I'm probably going to take a look, hopefully maybe after we get all the stuff that we need to get from the fort. I'm just looking at the time here, but it definitely looks like it's getting dark, so perhaps maybe we can hang around here for a little bit before having a sleep and then going back out. Let's take a look at what we've got going here. Ooh, I've forgotten about all of our scorching medleys here, so we'll tuck that away. I'm just thinking about whether or not I want to make anything else for snacking. Omelets and bread and stuff like that. Speaking of bread, maybe I can drop another stack of barley into the windmill. We'll bring a flour back as well. Okay, this is actually not done yet, so might need to drop more in. It's alright, I'll leave it there. So what I will do is get started on maybe a batch of bread. Okay, so what can we work on? We don't really have a lot of hare meat, do we? I was sort of thinking maybe hare meat, if we had some, we could make, you know, either the meat platters or the mist hare supremes and stuff, but yeah, that's going to be impossible to do. We could do some omelets. We've got plenty of eggs, and egg production isn't really slowing down, so we should be able to snack on these when we need to. I sort of wish that you could use the vulture eggs as a substitute for normal eggs as well. Right, that looks pretty good. But anyway, I don't think we need to hang around too much longer. We should be able to have a sleep and make our way back out to the Ashlands. Alright, let's see. Food-wise, I'm gonna have to do something about replacing the mashed meat when that's done. I'll probably have like bone maw meat or something just to top ourselves up when needed. Bone mass is ready, just in case. Right, we should have everything, so let's make a move. So that's where the nest was. This is where the spawner was, which we've now dealt with. Another spawner over there. Definitely want to try and get close to that. And we do have flame metal, which I will just quickly mark down, I reckon. Okay, so we can jump across here, so that's good. I just don't want to attract too many difficult enemies that we would have trouble dealing with altogether. Alright, I'm trying to look for a decent refuge spot. Maybe just over there, where we've got some structures. Right next to the lava here, that's fine. We'll survive. Get rid of those. I hope this is further enough away from any of those skugs, but I think what I might do is actually set up right here where we've got this broken down roof as cover. So hopefully we won't have an issue. Okay. I think I'm gonna do exactly the same thing as before. We're gonna do a bit of a lap to make sure that we deal with any spawners nearby. I was gonna see if I can deal with the warlock first. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Almost forgot about eating there. Okay, Warlock is down. And I think we can just do that loop around. So this spawner definitely needs to go. Just looking out for our Valkyrie friends. Definitely a lot of stuttering going on when we're near the forts, and it seems to happen quite frequently. So that's down. I'll loop around this way. Try and explode these things. No spawners. There seems to be a cave right there. Maybe I'll mark it down at the very least. All right. Valkyrie could be a problem. I think we should deal with it. So dealing with this Valkyrie though, I sort of want to bring it away from our portal. Let's see if we can try and get a decent angle from afar. Yeah, the placement of the lava in this place is a bit annoying, actually. Wow, okay. Fallen Valkyrie trophy. Apparently we don't have one just yet. Looks pretty cool. So I might hang that up at some point. Apparently all of our gear needs a bit of a repair. But I think we might be poised to breach this fort. It seems like the placement of this fort is a little bit weird though. I'm gonna have to sort of go down that way. Let's grab all that's needed to actually make a battering ram, and we should be set after that. Haven't checked on the berries for a while, but I don't really think we have a lot of berries. Chuck that there, and yeah, there's still a few other bits and pieces here. And I will need some wood to power this thing. And to actually make another workbench inside. So yeah, that should do it. Hopefully. Gonna grab another piquant pie. And should I be keeping some fire resist potions? Maybe I'll swap the stamina potion with the fire resist and see if we can start using that instead. Oh, I almost forgot. Throw those in there. I think we've still got plenty of time before it gets dark, so let's get things done. That way we can pivot to upgrading stuff. Okay, let's go. And we do still have bone mass as well. So we should be able to, hopefully, survive this whole assault. There we go. Alright, let's do it. Oh, I totally forgot to repair, didn't I? This terrain is really making it that much harder for us. Just wanted to dive in and get that warlock first. Right, let's rest out here. Try and recover our HP. And some Askwins have decided to join us. Great. Alright. So, things should be calmer now. Time to deal with these skugs, and we should be good to go after that. I wonder if I can parry the skugs. I don't see any more enemies at the top of the tower though. Okay. Right. Just gonna place down the workbench. And I think with that, we should be able to grab this. I mean, we'll fix that up in a second. But I do want to just throw some of my stuff away first. So far so good, guys. I feel like we're starting to get into a bit of a rhythm or a system in addressing these forts. And it's not as hard as one might think once you sort of know what you're dealing with inside. Like, there should be, I would say, around 2 or 3 warlocks or something like that in there, and once you deal with them, thinning out the numbers of the other enemies shouldn't really be too much of a problem. And we've got some extra ash wood I'll chuck in there. Good. Do I want to pull the lever now? We may as well. It's a bit of coal in there, but I'll grab that later. Sun is setting. I'm sort of wanting to get all the things before the sun sets so that we can spend the night upgrading stuff and doing a few other things instead of sort of just sleeping it away or doing other activities to kill the time. We're almost there. Just need to break down the battering ram, bring it in. Nice. And another Vegvizier. Oh, okay. So you can deal with the boss in multiple locations, sort of the same as any of the other bosses, really. Oh, and it is dark, officially. Let's hurry and get out of here. Okay. Not exactly what we're looking for. I'm looking for more iolite, obviously. Ah, yes, exactly what we need. Right, not gonna stick around though, because it is dark. But at least we have one more iolite. That should fuel the upgrade for the Storm Ripper. And I am a happy man once we have that. So yeah, I think we'll spend the night looking at upgrades. Maybe we might also play around with some new weapons, particularly those axes. People are really banging on about it, so I'll definitely check it out. Let's drop in more fragments here, and yeah, all this other stuff. Iolite, I'll hang on to that. Oh, and I think in the previous episode I did promise that we will eventually be checking out the traders, Haldor and Hildir, so I should do that. So bear with me, guys. We're probably going to need more flame metal at this stage. I mean, we've still got a bit, but we may as well get started with more. What is going on here? I feel like the soil has started to encroach the staircase. How did that happen? Ooh, and we've got a bit of a hole going here as well. I'm going to need to plug that up very soon. Okay, got a lot of coal now. Let's take a look at upgrading the Ripper. I assume we have everything we need. Yes. Alright, let's do it. Beauty. Alright, I should also get some more ammo, so there's actually quite a few things that we need to do. Let's start though by just quickly grabbing a stone cutter. Yeah, I'll just move this one. We'll probably need it again if we do decide to continue decorating this area, but I'm thinking the hall still looks pretty good as it is, so we might not need to add more to it. I feel like one thing that's missing from the game is some kind of a chandelier. I know we've got like hanging braziers, but I sort of want something that doesn't produce smoke. So it'd be good if we could get something like that. You know, even with the Verger lanterns, for instance, if you're able to get more or even craft your own, then ideally what you would want to do is to be able to sort of, you know, convert those Verger lanterns into like a Verger lantern chandelier. And perhaps maybe chandeliers might produce quite a bit of light because you've got multiple lanterns together. Do I want to address this right now? It is bugging me, guys, so let me just fix that up very quickly. And then we'll quickly move on to more fun stuff like playing around with new weapons. So another thing that I might look at, aside from the axe, is I think there is a mace. And, you know, I mean, to me, maces are not as cool as having, like, swords and shields and stuff. But considering what we're fighting out there, the charred knights and stuff, I think maybe it might be a good idea to have that weapon to deal additional damage to those types of foes. But anyway, what am I looking for? This. The hoe. Oh, and since I've got it, I might as well address this problem as well. I think that looks good. So I was having a bit of a problem getting up the stairs when I was sort of just walking. So it seems resolved now. Feeling pretty smooth. But yeah, this is definitely a problem, so how How it became a problem though, I have no idea. Unless I kept it that way intentionally for a while. Could be, but I don't know, this just seems wrong. That looks much, much better. Or at least something like that, where it doesn't encroach too much. Okay. I mean, to be fair guys, there's probably going to be a need for like, I don't know, 2 or 3, or maybe even more episodes where we look at tidying up the entire landscape of the base to, you know, just put in more features like more stairways, you know, maybe decorate a little bit with trees and add some grass and stuff like that. Maybe stone paths. There's a lot that we can probably do to make the space look a little nicer. But anyway, again, not so important right now. What is important, however, is playing around with new weapons. So, Berserker Axes. I don't know if this is the right way to pronounce it. I know it says K-I-R there at the end, so I mean, the way I read that, with not much knowledge of Nordic languages, but I would read that as Berserkir Axes. But anyway, those who do know, you can definitely leave some comments around pronunciation, so I try and get it right in subsequent episodes. 24 flame metal, 15 charred bones, and Askvin hides. So it shouldn't be too hard. So another 22. This might be very heavy. No? Okay. 15 charred bones. And an amount of hides, which I couldn't remember. Let's just take 10 with us. And we'll check this thing out. Okay. Okay, alright. We now have the option to make more stuff with gems. Well, there is no reason for us to upgrade this further, right? Until we decide on the gemmed version of the weapon. It kind of baffles me that the game would allow you to upgrade without the need for, you know, gems in the first place. Oh, look at that. That looks kind of cool, guys. And sort of, this is my, my typical thought or image of a Viking is, like a Viking warrior would like charge in with like 2 axes in hand. So this looks pretty cool. Okay, so we can swing this around pretty quickly, so I assume we can deal like a moderate amount of damage very quickly. Ooh, okay. So that's a bit of a charge attack, which might be good if we're trying to close the distance to some enemies. So it does slash damage, and almost as much as what we currently have with Nidhogg the Thundering. Is it good enough to replace Jotunbane? I think it is. And this is giving us 90 slash damage, so if we can cut trees down with this thing, that'd be good as well, because, I mean, I primarily have axes for that reason. I don't really take the axes out with me when I actually explore. So maybe it's a good substitute. I'm just gonna test it on trees out here and see if we can cut the trees down pretty quickly with this thing. Okay. So why doesn't it allow you to swing both arms when we're hitting trees? I wonder if it's just a different animation because it's a tree and not an enemy, if that makes sense. Okay, right. Maybe I just need to hold down the click button to actually do the combo. Oh, actually, no. I've just held it down there. Or it could be a stamina thing. Maybe the stamina isn't... Yeah, it does eat stamina quite a bit. But it does feel like when we're trying to cut down trees, you just do the normal version of the swing attack, and you only do it like... I guess you're only swinging one axe for that purpose. Which is a little weird. I'll hang on to it though, because it'll be useful for cutting down trees and stuff. The Demolisher, I do like it. It does that AoE attack, and it can push enemies away. But if we can get something better than that, that does blunt damage, I really think that we'll be in a good position, hopefully, to fight all of those charred enemies. Those charred skellies. What am I doing? I am looking for a place to put all of this stuff. Do I have boar trophies sitting around anywhere? Maybe I don't. So I'm sort of thinking, do I want the Bloodstone version of this one? Since we won't have a shield to use, and we might be taking quite a bit of damage trying to charge in there and deal damage to the enemy, if that makes sense. It could be worthwhile, maybe? And we do have a few of those Bloodstones now, right? We do need to go back and recover all of our stuff, but I'm not really in a rush just yet. Let's just play around further with other weapons here. So I do want to take a look at the new mace. Oh yes, and then there's the bell, which we need 3 bell fragments to make 1 bell. Is this it? Doesn't look like it. Black metal and iron. Yeah, this looks underpowered at this stage of the game. Possibly something that I should have gotten ages ago. Ooh, Slayer. This will eat up a lot of our flame metal. Don't know if I really want to look into that one. Hang on. Here we go. The flame metal mace. Dense yet spiked flame metal, perfect for bashing enemy faces in. Yes, yes. Okay, 15 flame metal, 10 charred bones, hides and sulfur. Can't remember how many, but we'll just bring a decent batch. A little bit of sulfur as well. Alright. Let's check this thing. Oh my god, okay. We've got more options now, so we need more gems. Well, let's take a look at the options at the very least. I haven't done that for the axes either, so let's take a look. Bleeding, yep. Yeah, it's the same thing as before. Damage increase per health missing. Primal. Yeah. If I get Slayer, will these options also appear? I have a feeling that might be the case, and then we might be able to, like, make one that does, like, lightning damage or something. That'd be really, really cool if we could do that. Let's take a look. Bludgeon, Stormstar. I think we would have to go with Stormstar if we were to upgrade this with a gem. Alright, I'll tell you what, I think... Hang on, let's take a look at the damage that we can deal here. Okay, so the Demolisher is still giving us more blunt damage, and it gives knockback. This gives us some knockback as well, but I guess the benefit of the Flame Metal Mace is that it's a one-handed weapon, so it might be a little bit more versatile. Let's maybe stash that here, and we sort of swap out to that when we want to experiment, and when we want to cut down some trees, obviously. The Demolisher is going into storage now. It's been good using the Demolisher all this time since we were in the Mistlands, but I think it's time to say goodbye to it. At least temporarily. And yeah, I haven't really gotten to, you know, decorating the space with, like, weapons and stuff, which I do need to do at some point. Yeah, so no point in upgrading any of these things until we have decided what gems we want to use for which weapon. Let's have a meal, and yeah, I will just go out, collect all of our things, and I do want to have a play around with the new weapons and see whether or not they're good enough to face off against all of the hordes of enemies that we deal with out there in the Ashlands. Maybe we can grab all of our potions. Could be time to make some more, perhaps. I mean, how badass does this look, though? I mean, That looks so good. I need to try this against enemies that have a bit of HP. And the charge attack on it is pretty interesting as well. Okay, we do have a bit of an ash storm going on. Thank you. Ooh, okay, I almost missed that, guys. We've got even more stuff here, and we've got even more iolite as well. Wow, okay, that is pretty badass, to be honest. I'm so tempted now to switch to, like, dual axes. Plus, we just look so good, you know? Like, how can we pass this up, right? Okay, enough playing around though. I do need to just tuck some of the stuff away. I want to play around with the mace though, and see how we fare with the base version of the mace. So we'll try and circle back to the original landing spot of the current continent, and I think we'll then set off to go to the final continent to hopefully get the last fragment. Other stuff over there. More tails, more cash. Ah, yes, yes. Visiting the traders. I'll do that, guys. I'll do that in a sec. Yeah, we might need all of the weight that we can muster. Should try and give the mace a try. So can I use the mace with a shield? I assume that is possible. Yeah. We can tank a lot of damage and deal a lot of damage with this thing to the charred skellies. There's a few over here. Let's pick a fight. Just double checking that we don't have any Valkyries that are going to ambush us. I don't know. It doesn't feel that good, to be honest. We have more. Oh, we've got some flame metal over here. Oh, I just mark that down. There's a Valkyrie just over there. So it deals good damage against the blobs, but I guess the blobs aren't really a problem because we just get them to explode on themselves. And yeah, I mean, this is not exactly the damage that we're looking for, I think. It's not giving us the yellow indicators. Okay, well, it was good playing around with it. I don't know, maybe? Or maybe we don't need to worry about it. Grab that, and I don't really need the charred bones, I don't think. Just double check that we have opened all of the chests. And I wonder if I've missed one of the chests in the previous fort. is very likely. But it's a little too late now to be going back just for one more chest. So, time to swing around that way. I think we still have time to make some progress. And do we have the space though? That's questionable. I think it's probably wiser to go back and just stash some of our stuff away before we do that. And you know what? I reckon maybe we will start the journey in the next episode. Why? Because I keep saying that I want to go to the traders, and I sort of want to do that in this episode, so I reckon we'll finish off by visiting the trader and taking a look around. I mean, we got stacks. We've got stacks of flame metal, guys. So, I think I don't really need to worry about more flame metal. Okay, let's stash things away. We'll get the portals reset to where we need to go. Iolite. So, I think I have made my decision, guys, on how I'm going to invest the Iolite. I think the Iolite is going to go into the axe. I think it makes sense. Or, alternatively, I could save the Iolite for when we need to upgrade Needhog or the Storm Ripper. That could be a better investment, even. Yeah. Because there's no guarantee that we'll keep finding more Iolite, right? So, the Flame Metal Mace, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it, but I'm gonna tuck that away for now. But if you guys want to leave some comments around the mace, I think I vaguely remember seeing a comment saying that it's worthwhile because of various reasons, but anyway, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on the mace. I do like the axe, and I know I've seen comments around the axe quite a few times, and I'm kind of sold, so we'll play around with both the sword and the axe. Let's get ourselves to maybe Haldor's place first. So that should take us there, right? Man, it's been a hot minute since we've been here. I wonder if there's anything useful that we can buy. Oh yes, and I wonder again if he's actually okay. He's grounded now. That's good. He used to be sort of hovering next to his stool. Haldor, take a look at my wares. Okay. I don't think that there's anything new here. Yule hat. Alright, well, that's a little disappointing, but that's okay. I mean, if he's got nothing new, he's got nothing new, you know? Okay, and Hildir. might actually grab some dandelions and stuff, since these will definitely be useful. Heel dear. How are you, my dear? It's been too long. I don't think there's anything new, guys. If I've missed anything though, perhaps maybe you guys can let me know. Twisted headscarf. So the problem I have with a lot of these things is, you know, it's not really going to give you any armor or anything like that. It's just a decorative item, right? I wonder if you can wear any decorative items over the top of actual armor pieces. You know, just for cosmetic purposes. I assume that is not a thing in this game, but could be wrong. Right, well, that was a relatively good episode, actually. We managed to do the fort pretty easily, with not a lot of dramas. And hopefully in the next one, as we swing around to our landing area, perhaps maybe we can come across another fort and get even more iolite and, well, I would say it's iolite and jade that we're sort of most interested in. Though, I don't really know if I really want to use jade for anything either. It could be that we just have thunder weapons through and through for all versions of the weapons that we make. I might experiment in, I don't know, the next episode or the next few episodes to take a look at the Slayer to see whether or not that's worth rocking at some point. Because we did have a good time with Crom. It was actually difficult, a difficult weapon to wield, and I think I died pretty often with it, but I don't know, it's kind of exciting using, you know, more challenging weapons. Oh, actually, I did want to drop some of our dandelions here, so let's just do that. Yeah, I'm just sort of thinking about our vines and the amount of berries that we're getting. It seems super slow. Maybe we need to consider growing even more. But I might address that at another time. For now, I think it's break time. And I am going to bid you farewell here in the kitchen. Hope you enjoyed this one. Leave a like if you did. Otherwise, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.